Attorney General Jeff Sessions is trying to find his way back into President Trump's good graces for months. Sessions has asked senior White House to make sure the president knows what he is doing at the Justice Department. To White House advisor said, and has told allies he hopes policy decisions that garner new coverage will please Trump. Sessions' team at Justice has crafted a public campaign to highlight the work it is doing to advance the president's agenda. The department has also begun looking into matters that Trump has publicly complained are not being pursued. Top Trump advisors, including White House counsel Donald McGahn and Counselor Kellyanne Conway and former Chief of Staff Ryan Priebus and former strategist Stephen K. Bannon, have at times on the effort and pressed Trump to give his Attorney General a second chance. They note that his department has helped reduce illegal border crossing and carry out a number of the president's initiatives, such as cracking down on leaks and targeting the MS-13 street gang. But Sessions, who was one of Trump's earliest backers and gave up a Senate seat to join the administration, has by all accounts been unable to repair his relationship with the president. Trump has dismissed praise of Sessions, according to four White House officials and advisors, as he continued to rag about the Russia investigation and Sessions' decision to recuse himself from the probe into Moscow meddling in the 2016 election and whether there was any coordination with the Trump campaign. As one of the most active cabinet secretary, DES, one White House official said, has done a fine job. Does it wash away the sin of recusal? I don't think so. A second senior administration official said Trump rarely speaks to Sessions, but the Attorney General staff chat with Chief of Staff John F. Kelly and McGahn has regular lunches with Sessions in the West Wing, sometimes accompanied by Deputy Attorney General Rod G. Rosenstein. This official said Trump frequently talked to cabinet members including Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin, Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross, and Defense Secretary Jim Mattis, but rarely to Sessions because he is cautious about the probe and the appearance of impropriety, and will delegate others to co-justice on policy issues. This official also said Trump mainly see the Attorney General, Cabinet and National Security meeting. White House officials have begun privately guessing who will replace Sessions, even though he has said he has no plan to leave. Trump does not like to fight people, contrary to his TV image, and by publicly humiliating him has soon success. He tried to make Sessions miserable and forced him to quit. Yes, is all, Trump said recently, when asked if he had confident in Sessions. Still, when Rep. Mark Meadows RNC and Rep. Jim Jordan Ohio wrote a note in the Washington Examiner calling for Sessions to be fired, arguing that he didn't have control over the FBI and that the Russia investigation had soon amok. They received no blowback from the White House, except they guess the lawmakers simply were trying to promote Rep. J. Gowdy RSC for the job to gain favor with Trump. Other potential replacements include New Jersey Gov. Chris Christie, advisor said, and Politico reported Friday that Scott Pruitt, head of the Environmental Protection Agency, also on the job. Trump has at times shaken his head to grow when he sees Sessions on TV, advisor said, and has directed some of his frustration over the loss of Sessions' Alabama Senate seat toward the Attorney General. Trump is even turned off by the portrayal of Sessions on Saturday Night Live by Kate McKinnon, advisor said. A senior White House official said that Trump's frustration was not a reflection of Sessions but that he found the portrayal insulting. Trump has quick association with people and Sessions does not evoke positive thought, according to it. With the president will say, or in the words of another advisor, he should have never recused himself. Trump, one long-time advisor said, doesn't consider session to be loyal architect to him. The president will see report on Fox News or hear from friends about issues related to the Clinton or Democrat advisor said, and wonder why session in looking into them. A frustration has publicly in Twitter. A senior White House official said Trump had never demanded that session open an investigation. The president lied to he is investigating this thing, but he don't believe they have had those conversations. One senior White House official said session play in the administration has become even more precarious as he loses ally in the West Wing. Rick Durbin, his Senate chief of staff, has now planned to leave, and Stephen Miller, Sessions Senate communication director, has distanced himself from his former boss even as he has pursued policy similar to Sessions, but Kelly, who commands respect from Trump, is set to lie Sessions, a bull for the Attorney General, and McGahn also frequently back Sessions. Sessions Justice Department has shown itself to be somewhat amenable to concern expressed by congressional Republicans, which are similar to those raised by Trump. The Attorney General recently directed senior federal prosecutor to look into a host of matters that Republicans had asked him to investigate, including Hillary Clinton use of a private email server while she was Secretary of State, and the controversial sale of a uranium company to Russia. Separately, the FBI has been investigating the Clinton Foundation for many months, though that probe technically predates Sessions. It had been put on hold around the presidential election, and news of its revival became public last week. Whether Trump will eventually change tack and fight Sessions remain unclear. The op by Meadows and Jordan calling for Sessions to be ousted raised eyebrows because Meadows is seen as a close Trump ally who frequently speaks with the president. At the Justice Department, officials have tried to publicly tout their successes, hopeful that political allies and the president, a frequent television viewer, will take notice. They have done work that in their view should appeal to the president and his base, such as settling lawsuits with Tea Party group, issuing guidance on religious liberty, cracking down on illegal immigration, and rolling back various Obama-era guidelines, including one advising courts to be wary of imposing heavy fines on those who can afford them. We're trying to get our successes out in the ether, one department official said, speaking on the condition of anonymity to discuss dynamics with the White House. The official said Justice has communicated with some conservative constituencies like law enforcement groups, and was recently heartened when the Fraternal Order of Police issued a statement praising Sessions' decision to make it easier for U.S. prosecutors to enforce federal marijuana law instead that had legalized the substance. Advisor said it's that kind of stuff that you figure will lead to this tipping point where the audience of one says, wow, that's pretty impressive, the official said, but the official acknowledged that the department can seem to overcome the president's frustration over Sessions' recusal, and even some publicizing of successes can lead to mixed results. The department has allowed its top spokeswoman, Sarah Isgu Flores, to make television appearances, but why half of the interview will be about work officials want to promote the conversation often turn to the Russia investigation, which is not helpful to Sessions. If Trump is in Justice Department officials are particularly frustrated by Republican House members critical of the Attorney General for his recusal from the Russia investigation. One department official said Sessions had no real option under federal regulation but to recuse himself. Even a number of top White House lawyers and aides argued to Trump that Sessions needed to step aside. Trump will frequently remind aides that he was blindsided by the recusal and had to rely on Air Force One just before an event, and that it looked as if Sessions was giving into the probe and giving it credibility. The Justice Department notified Morgan of Sessions' decision to recuse himself less than an hour before telling the public Sessions' office pay attention to what Special Counsel Robert S. Mueller by is doing from what is publicly reported, and is mindful of the scope his investigation. The Sessions' office is aware from Mueller work with is being supervised by Rosenstein. The official said that despite the president's criticism, Sessions still really believe in the president and remain almost in awe of the president's political instinct. Sessions is widely disliked among liberals, who say his policy are rolling back decades of social and civil rights progress, but among conservatives and those on the far right, Sessions is a strong spot in the administration. A few months ago, Leonard Leo, a legal advisor to Trump, said the president asked him about Sessions. Leo said he told the president he was impressed by the department, particularly its religious liberty guidance and the performance of the Solicitor General office. Leo said Trump likely listened to his assessment. For conservatives going into the Trump administration, the question was whether the department morale could be restored and whether there would be a greater sensitivity to respect for the rule of law in the department. Leo said in an interview he thinks Attorney General Sessions has done a good job of creating the right atmosphere in the department.